Here are 3 things to not do if your dog bites the leash. 1 is don't try to pull the leash out of his mouth. If you're lifting up the leash and tugging away, he might think it's a game. 2, don't try to pry it out of his mouth. When you put your hands close to his face, it's easy for a dog to accidentally regrip and bite your fingers by accident, or for your dog to see this as more competition. Handling near the face can actually increase a dog's interest in tugging. 3, do not switch your dog to a toy. If you give your dog a toy every time he bites the leash, he's going to learn to bite the leash to get the toy, and he's not learning to be calmer on walks. This dog doesn't really bite the leash. He's just doing it for educational purposes for you. The next part, he's going to bite a toy instead of the leash to demonstrate what to do. So, what do we do if your dog does bite the leash? One thing is you can hold his collar and put slack in the leash. If there's no tension, he's going to eventually let go. Once he lets go, you can put a few treats on the ground so that he has to take a few seconds to sniff them all up. And once he's done sniffing them, we will let him nibble a treat as we walk him away. Does this reward him for leash biting? Arguably, yes, but it's way less reinforcing than biting the toy and tugging and getting into a competition with you. Here's a dog I worked with over 10 years ago. She was at the shelter and she would bite every time the volunteers tried to walk her. To finally let go, I would click the clicker and then give her treats. She quickly learned that biting the leash wasn't that fun. I wasn't going to tug back, and there were other ways to get attention. If I were to redo this today, I would probably use a yes in place of the click so that my hands are free, and I probably would have given her longer rewards each time so that she had more time to calm down between repetitions. While most families want to focus on what to do if a dog bites the leash, I actually want to focus more on when the dog is biting the leash. Most dogs are predictable, and the leash biting might happen if the dog has noticed a person, dog, or wildlife and isn't allowed to go visit or interact, or the dog might bite the leash at the turnaround point on a walk because he knows we're going home. Once we've identified when your dog is leash biting, we can then add in training activities to help your dog learn that it's okay to turn away from potential friends or environmental factors that agitate him, and that going back towards the house is not really the worst part of the walk. The training plans might vary depending on the dog. We might focus on doing training games along the route, teaching your dog to calmly turn away from others, or making your walks less predictable so that there's not one turnaround point, but we might turn around 30 times.
We are here to help you. If you have any questions, please reach out to me or a member of our team, and we will get you on the right track. We also offer virtual private coaching to help you with your dog. See you soon.